What's going on, guys? This is the Bearded Bastard here, coming at you after a long break for us. You know, everything going on. I hope everybody out there is staying safe, you know, taking all the necessary precautions. Just like I'm sure the rest of you are all eagerly waiting for our locals and the rest of the world to open back up. But, you know, we're sorry that it's taken us so long to get more videos out. We were kind of waiting to make sure it was getting a little safer. But we're still dedicated to bringing you content, new deck profiles. Speaking of, today I have a spicy new deck profile for you. Post Eternity Code, I'm going to be showcasing my Generator deck profile. I spent a lot of money on the new set, fixing up a lot of decks, so I hope you guys appreciate the content. And remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Okay, just kicking it off. We are running, for my normal summons in the deck, the 3 new Loptr Shadow of the Generator bosses. This guy is the dedicated normal summon for the Generator archetype. He is pretty awesome. He has 2 effects. His first effect is continuous. It just buffs all of the Generator monsters I control during my opponent's turn by 1,000 attack and defense. And then the second normal summon is... Actually, I forgot to name his second effect. My bad. His second effect is to tribute 1 Generator monster to bring out a Generator directly from deck. What are you doing?
Just messing around.
I forgot to give a shout out to Baby Hands Thunder Thighs behind the camera, guys.
It is Death Gun, the still living.
No, it is Death Gun, the Baby Hands Kaiju Thunder.
My hands are not that tiny.
They are very tiny. So yeah, he's the one who brings out all of your other Generators from deck while keeping them buffed during your opponent's turn while they're trying to do stuff. Okay, so we are playing 2 Condemn Witch because she searches a Forbidden Chalice on her summon, and during your opponent's turn, she lets you tribute herself out to bring out this guy. This is the only dedicated normal summons I'm playing in the deck. I wanted to keep it at 5. Now on to the big boy Generators. We are playing 2 Harr Generator Boss of Storms. And his effect, he also has 2 effects. This is what makes Generators so much more strong as a rogue deck going first. And his first effect is that whenever your opponent adds cards to their hand, except during the draw phase, you can make them send 1 monster from their field or hand to the graveyard. The second effect is the negation, where when a card or effect is activated, you can tribute 2 Generator monsters and or spellcaster monsters to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. He is great. He helps control the game state so much.
Freaking annoying.
Baby Hands lost 2-0 to him right before filming this, so he knows just how powerful he is.
It's salty, that's all I can say. It's salty.
And the last Generator we play at 2 is Hela, Boss of Doom. She's your recursion for your grind matches. She's your recursion for your grind matches. Like, she tributes a Generator monster or a zombie monster to reborn a Generator monster from grave or a zombie monster with a different name than the tributed one. And then the only other Generators we all run are all 1-ofs. So we run 1 Boss of Delusion. He is for getting rid of problematic cards, floodgates. He targets and banish by tributing 2 Generator tokens or monsters. 1 Mardel. She's the searcher. She searches any Generator card when she's normal or special, but I still only play her at a 1 because the other effects are so much more powerful. And then the Nidhogg is the last dedicated Generator monster I play, which is a solemn warning on legs. It negates a special summon.
They're all super annoying.
They're all really big, and if you have Loptr on field during your opponent's turn with any of them, they're even bigger. Harr is 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense during your opponent's turn. It's pretty nuts. Okay, for a spicy tech option, we are playing 2... I'm not even sure how to pronounce this card. Trias Hierarchia or whatever. So if you guys don't know what this does, it's quick effect if it's in your hand or grave during the main phase. You can tribute up to 3 fairy monsters, which the tokens that the field spell for generators actually generates are fairy type monsters, to apply the following effects in sequence. If you tribute 2+, you get to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. 3, you can draw 2 cards. So in later games, or depending on certain circumstances, if I have this in hand and I'm not using my tokens to activate the generator effects, like, who doesn't want a draw 2 pop a card? That's pretty great. It's also another level 9 World Legacy Monstrosity target. And then for the last spicy tech, still playing 1 Knightmare Incarnation Idlee. I know no one else is playing this, but I don't know, I kind of have a soft spot for it. It's a level 9, it's a World Legacy Monstrosity target. It prevents any of the generators of level 9s from being destroyed by card effects if they're brought out by World Legacy Monstrosity, so it's pretty nice. And its other effect to, like, if you're playing against like a link spam deck, to just like send all the links to the graveyard if they control more than you, that's pretty nuts.
Used to be a big badass boss at the time.
Yeah, he's pretty great. So on to the actual spells. We are playing 3 of the most broken field spell in the game right now. Lets you bring out a monster and a crap ton of tokens for fodder for free. Like, come on, like, this card's amazing. Generator boss stage. Hopefully you guys know what this does. The deck revolves around this. So if this is not like on the field, this deck is cut to like a grinding halt almost. But you play a lot of cards to make sure it stays on field. Its effects is once per turn. If your opponent adds cards from their deck to the hand, including the draw phase, you can special summon 1 generator monster from deck in defense position. Its second effect is if a monster is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you get to spit out as many tokens to the field as possible, and they're all level 4, 1500 attack and defense, but they have to be in attack position, and those are what you use as fodder to activate your generator effects. We're playing the 1 Terraforming just to help get to boss stage faster. We are playing the 3 Generator Boss Quest. This is probably the 3rd best Generator spell or trap card. This one's right behind the trap boss fight. But if you guys don't know what this one does, this one reveals a generator in hand to add 2 Generator spells and traps with different names from your deck to the hand, and then the revealed monster goes to the bottom of the deck. This is just if you open up a generator but you don't see your field spell, because like I said, the field spell is very crucial. You're just going to get your field spell in your boss fight, most likely, because that's what I'm playing. For some draw power, we're playing the Kuji-Kiri Curse. I know a lot of builds play Extravagance. I don't really like to play Extravagance because I like the flexibility that I've put in my extra deck. It works for me through testing. And I know this is just trading resources, and Pot of Extravagance is a +1, but I do have them if I feel this list isn't working out when stuff reopens and I'm able to play against actual live people again. I might actually put them in, but for now, this is basically trading with level 9s. That's all you guys need to know.
Quarantine sucks.
3 World Legacy Monstrosity. This card is dumb. It literally lets you target any level 9, bring out 2 level 9s with different attributes, and all of the generators are different types and attributes. It's amazing. And like I said, if you bring out the Knightmare Incarnation Idlee, then those don't even get blown up in the end phase. It's pretty great. Its other effect is, say I don't open any way to get another generator out, and I just open this in big monsters. You can also bring out level 9 from hand, but you never like to use it for that effect. We do run 2 Forbidden Chalice for negation, and also because we main the 2 Condemn Witch and she searches any forbidden card. We run the 2 Called by the Grave because the field spell can be ashed, which is the biggest weakness of this deck, and it hurts a lot. So we try to mitigate that from happening as much as we can. I don't want to run 3 because I don't want to see it in too many multiples. This is a hard 40 list. I'm playing right at 40. Next up, we have 2 Super Polys. I know, like, this card's not necessarily to run in multiples in the main deck anymore now that we have Predaplant, Verite Anaconda, but I like the protection that this has when it's actually activated. It's always going to resolve. Verite Anaconda, like, it can be negated with like Valor or Impermanence. It does pay a cost, and you're like able to respond to it. Like this one, you can't respond to it. So I do feel like Super Poly has a little bit more, what's the word, insurance at playing at multiples. So I don't run Verite Anaconda in the extra deck because I run the 2 Super Polys. And then the actual last Generator card we're playing is, it's a trap, the Generator boss fight. If you guys don't know what this does, this activates like 1 Generator field spell from your deck or graveyard directly, which is stupid. You can't ash this card because it doesn't say add, it says activate. It's fantastic. But then your opponent draws 1 card when you activate this card, but it works out awesome because that triggers your field spell. For you guys don't know, the second effect of the field spell to special summon all the tokens, that's only during your opponent's turn, and it's a hard once per turn. But the first effect to special summon a generator from deck is a soft once per turn. If you cycle out multiple copies in the same turn, you can keep bringing out generator bodies from the deck.
Which I've seen that happen.
And the last 3 cards we're playing, triple Impermanence. You know, this is self-explanatory. Impermanence is permanence. This card's great. All right, and that is the main deck. It is a 40-card list. We're going to get on to the extra deck right now. Okay, so for the links, we are playing 1 IP Masquerena. You guys know what she does. Lets you link summon on your opponent's turn. It's pretty fantastic. 1 Buji, I don't know, how do you pronounce this card?
I am not sure. Bujins are usually difficult. Bujinki?
Bujinki, Ashima, I don't know. That card. We're playing that card because if you don't know what this guy does, his link materials are 2 monsters with the same level. My whole deck is level 9. Easy. His effect is when he is summoned, you get to special summon 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from hand, 1 from grave, and then immediately after that, XYZ summon using those 2 monsters. He makes any rank 9 like during my opponent's turn or during any turn that he's actually summoned. And then if I do special summon it under the link arrow that this monster points to and I detach that XYZ to activate an effect, he gets to pop a spell or trap on the field. He's pretty good. I'm liking him so far. 1 Knightmare Unicorn, shuffling problematic card back. 1 Boral Sword. I mean, my monsters are like really high damage. I haven't actually gone into this yet for that OTK, but I like to have them and not need it than to need it and not have them. We're playing 1 of the brand new access code talker. This card is beautiful as a Euro print.
Looks nice.
If you guys don't know what this card does, it gains your opponent. First off, it has spell speed 4 protection. Your opponent can't respond to anything it does. And it gains attack based off of the link rating of a link monster in the graveyard, and then you can banish link monsters with different attributes to destroy cards on the field, but you can't banish the same attribute that you did to activate its effects per turn. So it's actually not a once per turn. If you're playing a link deck that has multiple link attributes that are in the graveyard in your combo, you can keep banishing that different one to pop cards on the field.
Pretty nuts.
On to the rank 9s. 1 9 Lives Cat. She's pretty good. She reborns monsters from the grave and they can't be targeted by card effects. 1 Enter Blathnir. Fortress. It banishes, depending on the circumstances. It can come in clutch for stuff that can't be destroyed by card effects, and it doesn't target. None of the banishings target. 1 Heart Earth Dragon. A pretty cheeky card that actually you can make pretty easily. 1 of the actual dedicated Generator extra deck monster, the Jormungandr Generator Boss of Eternity. He can get real big if you keep giving him materials because he gains 1,000 attack and defense for every material he has attached to him. And his effect is to detach 1 material, both players draw 1 card, and then both players attach 1 card from their hand to him as material.
It's a big snake.
case you guys didn't know, that this entire deck is one of the reasons why I went out and got it, and I love it so much. It's all based on Norse mythology, at least for the dedicated generator cards. And I love Norse mythology. Like, this is the World Serpent. Like, I wish they would have just called it the Norse mythology names. But yeah, he's literally Jormungandr, the World Serpent. Moving on, we play 2 Infinitrack Earth Slicer. This is my easier made replacement for Knightmare Phoenix. Or Knightmare Cerberus, because it pops cards on the field. It doesn't have to be spell or trap or monster specific. You just make it with 2 level 9s, detach any number of materials, and pop that many cards on the field.
It's a cheeky summon.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then it can still attack after, and it's 31. It's like nuts. Of course, the most broken rank 9 in the game, says no to your opponent playing anything, is the 2 VFD. You guys know what this guy does. Detach, your opponent can activate monster effects of whatever attribute you declare, and anything in their possession with that attribute can activate effects in hand or graveyard either. So, for whatever reason, say like this was my 5th summon, and then like my opponent has Nibiru, like I can chain his effect if they try to activate Nibiru, declare light, and Nibiru won't resolve because Nibiru is a light, and he prevents activations of any card in the possession. And possession is hand, field, graveyard, banished file, extra deck, anything that you control. And my Super Poly targets, this is my spicy tech. No one's playing this in their build. I think this is actually really cool in grind games to have this option. Its materials are 2 normal monsters, which are my tokens. If I'm ever in a situation where I am not using my tokens and I have a set Super Poly, I bring this guy out. He can't be destroyed by battle by anything except a normal monster. And he's unaffected by all monster effects, which is most removal in this game, not counting Lightning Storm. He's literally like a wall if I have to stall. And he's a level 9. Like, when I finally want to get rid of him, I can just overlay him for one of my many rank 9s.
That's first of the dragons, by the way.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot to say his name. And the last card in the extra deck, 1 Starving Venom. I still think he is the most generically accessible Super Poly target. And that is it, guys. That is my generator list. I am playing for May 2020. I went out and got all the cards so I could get this deck profile for you guys. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, be sure to leave them in the comments. And this is the Bearded Bastard and Baby Hands.
Death Gun.
Signing out.
Good night, guys.